How's it going, guys? Welcome to another reaction video here. I am ACA Guenter. Welcome to the Nostalgia Critic's review of 2011's Tom and Jerry and the Wizard of Oz. Hope you guys are well. Today we're going to be doing another one of these. So I hope you guys are well. Let me know what you've been doing today. Hope you guys are doing okay. I've literally just finished a live stream, so that's why this video is a little bit late. So I've just finished doing a stream over on Twitch and Kick. Do check me out, guys, on there. Do follow on me on there. My streams are every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 3 PM United Kingdom time, and then it is 2 out of 4 random days for Thursday, Friday, and the weekend. For example, the week I'm recording this, I'm streaming Thursday, Sunday, because I've got work Friday, and then Saturday it's my birthday. So that's what it is this week. So today we're going to be watching this Nostalgia Critic, Tom and Jerry and the Wizard of Oz. So if you're excited for this video, smash that like button. Alright? If you're excited for this one, let me know what other Nostalgia Critics you want me to do. Put them in the description below, and we'll get on with it. So Tom and Jerry and the Wizard of Oz. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to open my can of Coca-Cola Lemon Zero Sugar. And I was in Lords of War. Because of what the Nicolas Cage month he did one year, I've fucking got that in my head now. I was in another movie, it's called Ghost Rider. Ho ho ho, Sam Christ.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy. Remember it so you don't have to. We mention Tom and Jerry a lot on this show. It's one of the funniest cartoons ever made.
Yep.
They had brilliant comedic timing, and they've been ravaged more times than a dog owner's leg.
Yep, I agree with that. Tom and Jerry is a cultural icon, one of the greatest cartoons ever made, and yet it's been absolutely destroyed and absolutely bastardized the last few, well, I'd say probably the last 15 years, I'd say.
We've also mentioned The Wizard of Oz a lot. It's one of the great movies, and for a film that's over 80 years old, still being referenced and enjoyed by all ages, it's truly the definition of the term timeless.
I've never watched The Wizard of Oz from start to finish. The original, I've never seen any of them at all. I'm 100% honest. I've heard of some of the, rumours about the actors who were in it, and that some of them were... what I've heard, apparently, I can't remember which one of them was absolute, pardon my language, an absolute dickhead to Judy Garland, I've heard. I don't know if there's any truth to that, but I just read that somewhere. So, yeah. So.
I also love Chip and Dale and Jurassic Park, but just because two things are popular doesn't mean they belong together. Okay, that one kinda does, but this one doesn't! Before meeting Willy Wonka, Robin Hood, and Johnny Quest.
All right, Questketeers, to the quest jet.
When the fuck did that come out?
Tom and Jerry had one of the most popular crossovers with The Wizard of Oz. So much so that even spawned a sequel, which I'm sorry to say has no Headless Mombi. Tom and Jerry! Tom and Jerry! These totally unnecessary spin-offs have gotten so much attention that people started making their own random crossovers. They're almost taking on a life of...
Tom and Jerry in the fucking China. Just fucking Tom with an axe coming through the door going, "Here's Tommy!"
their own. But this one was arguably the most popular, showing there is, for whatever reason, an audience for this. So I guess it only makes sense to take a look and see if the attention was warranted at all. Is there anything of redeemable value to this? Or is it the worst Wizard of Oz adaptation since 90% of...
Tin Man, The Muppets, Once Upon a Time, The Wiz, That was the one I was looking for. I know Nostalgia Critic years and years ago with Todd in the Shadows did. The Wiz, it had Michael Jackson in it as a scarecrow going, he's on down the road. I remember that. It's a bit racist in it, really. There's a lot of racist depictions in that. But saying that came out in 1978, so yeah.
Of the other ones. Well, let's see the crossover that launched a million crossovers. This is Tom and Jerry and the Wizard of Oz. Once again, they do the classic Tom and Jerry intro mixed with the intro of whatever movie they're doing a crossover with. Because they always go so well together. Yeah, Disney tried that too, and it worked great.
I believe in America.
I'd love to see that, to be fair. Donald Duck in The Godfather.
Few people know these three were really good friends, as much as Matt Stone, Trey Parker, and Leo Tolstoy. He really liked Mr. Hanky.
Also, I know one thing. I know Trey Parker and Matt Stone don't like Seth MacFarlane because they think Family Guy's lazy. The jokes and the writing's lazy. I believe they do.
It looks like a good voiceover cast, but the credits...
Rob Paulson, yeah. Michael Gove. Who was... that was Alfred, actually. That was Alfred in the old Batman films.
Quickly segue into the madness we're about to experience through most of this. For years, this story has given faithful service to cat, mice, go home movie, you're drunk.
Yeah.
We then see the opening animation of our main lead.
Come on, Toto.
Go home, Dorothy, you're drunk.
Yeah.
At first, it seems to run the same course as the original Wizard of Oz, except everybody looks like a Cuphead boss.
I'm all right. Tom, Jerry, thanks ever so much.
Something you'll notice very quickly is the animation, while it looks expensive, also looks rushed.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of moves like they're on fast forward. Though there's clearly a lot of technique in the color and line work,
Yeah. I can see where he's coming from. It looks right, really high end because the animation studio is they do Tom and Jerry, excellent. But it also looks rushed because it's like, well, we wanted to make it look nice, but it's going to look rushed because we're only releasing this to DVD. So it's like we need to make it look nice, but also cheap as possible.
still never quite move right. It's, oh, how does one say?
How shall one say, Director?
Too many frames, Your Majesty?
Exactly. Very well put.
I know that sounds silly, as Disney uses a lot of frames and in-between animators, but they also know how to keep them mostly still. So while they're not moving much, they still seem alive. Here, they look hyper-alive. Like they want to look natural and flowing, but don't know how to do it on such a time crunch.
Dorothy, dear, you always get yourself into a fret over nothing. Now you just help us out today and find yourself a place where you won't get into any trouble.
You know, most people don't move like this all the time, always with some sort of hand movement or moving the head this way and talking over and over and over, because if you do, you look like you're modeling a new car.
A new car!
This old incubator's gone bad, and we're likely to lose a lot of our chicks.
Well, no wonder the farm's in trouble. They have a mouse for an accountant.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jer.
These answers to everything is always government cheese. The answer is not always government cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, for a farm concerned about their chick count, they sure are flexible with killing their unhatched ones.
Yeah.
You promise me something. Promise me you'll be friends and work together to keep an eye on Dorothy.
Ex-Navy, Edding along gay, Ager may, old ship bay.
Yeah.
I'm sure this song will be just...
The Tom and Jerry movie, that is an absolute travesty. But I have only seen that film once. So if I watch it, I might not think it as bad as what I think it is, but like I said, I've only seen that film once.
This is powerful here as in the original.
Somewhere over the
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, the singer's perfectly acceptable. Perfect acceptable singing.
Sounds nice, but you know what's missing? Excessive violence. Yeah, no joke. All throughout the entire song, Tom and Jerry bicker, fight, and trip over themselves. Because the song really had it.
That's funny. Somewhere over the rainbow. Bang!
Emotional weight without it. It's like the alternate cut of Meet Me in St. Louis, where they drop a piano on her head.
Clang, clang, clang went the trolley.
Even if the the violence was taken out, I don't like the way
That's a face I pull whenever I see chocolate.
this horse is looking at her. His eyes seem to be saying,
Oh yeah, Dorothy.
I've got a horse dick.
I'll take you over the rainbow. Show you what way up high really means.
But the mean-spirited, I don't think they give her a name in this version, comes to take Toto away. I love that this is actually so rushed that not only does she put up little to no fight keeping him, but she accidentally calls the lady a him, and nobody ever fixed it.
Uncle Henry, Annie, don't let him take Toto.
Well, you have to admit, she is rather mannish.
I love Austin Powers, especially the second one. Dr. Evil, you get your mojo, you get your money, and I get your baby. Right. And also on Goldmember, when he turns around and says, "How about now?" I still use that now in 2025. When someone asked me to do something, I did it at work when my assistant manager asked me to do a job for him. He's like, "Oh, can you do this for me?" And I went up to him and went, "How about now?" He knew exactly what I meant because he's about the same age as me. He went, "Are you quoting Austin Powers?" I went, "Yeah."
How is it Toto is seen as the most dangerous canine on the farm when there's a bulldog named Butch that lives there too? Also, come on, you couldn't have Droopy as Toto.
Peep, peep to you, too.
Tom and Jerry help rescue Toto in this version with actually some pretty inventive slapstick. And you know where they go from here. Dorothy tries running away and comes across a fortune teller who tells her to go back home, who will
Toto backwards is
eventually end up being the wizard in her dream, or they cut all that. I guess her subconscious made up this guy. 3 times.
Uncle Henry!
Horse!
Actually, while you're here, can you tell me what's up with this guy?
I'll melt your troubles like lemon drops.
Fuck's sake.
So Dorothy, Tom, and Jerry all get knocked out and somehow share the exact same dream. So either this is going on or this is going on.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little soul, too.
They of course wake up in the colorful land of Oz. As it turns out, the Munchkins are pretty hardcore.
Oh!
Bats! Think about that. The Munchkins carry bats.
Watch it. There's more where that came from.
Is the Lollipop Guild gonna have to cut a bitch?
There's no Dorothy.
This Munchkin, of course, is Tuffy, who explains what happened to Dorothy. And you know, if you never saw The Wizard of Oz before and this was your introduction to it, how would you react to this?
The house you and Dorothy came in landed on the Wicked Witch of the East, and then Glinda, the Good Witch of the North, gave Dorothy the ruby slippers. But the Wicked Witch of the West showed up to take the magical ruby slippers.
So you got the Wicked Witch of the West, the Good Witch of the North, the Good Witch of the East. Was there a South Witch?
Glinda sent Dorothy to the great and powerful Wizard of Oz in the Emerald City.
You are insane, this is all insane, and I am never doing edibles again. It's a fun game. See if you can spot any innuendo when Tuffy offers to come with them.
Don't laugh! I'm very insecure about my size.
Well, you're only a munchkin. Oh, God, that makes it worse.
Oh, it's sad, believe me, mister.
So he sings about his size problem, as Tom and Jerry agree to let him tag along to see the wizard to get some height.
We're off to see the wizard,
The wonderful Wizard of Oz.
You know, there's something so funny just knowing that all the other munchkins are in their home sleeping. The witch is defeated, Dorothy is off, and they kinda just call it a day with no more celebrating. And then they're like, oh, what's all the commotion? Oh, other visitors from the sky. Okay, we did like 5 song numbers for that redneck girl. We are not doing this shit again. We'll just give it to that Easter egg mouse to perform with no backup.
Is your accounts payable process stuck in the dark ages? 48% of mid-market companies report.
I'm busy trying to figure out why our flowers are looking so flat. Maybe it's that new fertilizer we've been using.
Ha! Paper Mario. Not bad series, to be fair. Been alright review so far. there an advert? No. Oh, yeah, back at it.
So I'll admit, it is a little funny that even miles later, Tuffy is still singing that song and they try to shut him up. But I kinda tug at my collar when I see...
The quotes from Dumbo. Oh, that's aged like milk, isn't it? Because it's racial stereotypes.
Black Crow is in an animated adaptation of an early 40s film. Oh wait, I forgot, it's Tom and Jerry. They've had years of experience with this kind of stuff.
What are you, nuts? No one goes that way.
What do you mean? Lots of people go both ways.
Okay, the internet already has this clip to play with. I don't think we need any more innuendos. The crows give them the wrong directions, and they stumble across a much more dangerous path. Tell me if you think Tuffy's persistence to keep going is sounding less optimistic and a little more cultish.
Follow the yellow brick road? Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road.
Never stray from the path, Vanessa. That's right. Your name is Vanessa now, as am I.
I think I've just found the picture I'm using for the thumbnail. Hashtag Vanessa.
They come across the Wicked Witch, though, who finds Dorothy and a lot of cutscenes easing on down the road. The witch tries to figure out how to stop them. Of course, we know she's gonna use the flowers to put them to sleep.
I'll turn these pretty dandelions into an avalanche.
Or smash them into oblivion. I'll give credit, that is much more of a Tom and Jerry way of doing things. It actually makes me wish there's a little bit more Wizard of Oz logic to this cartoony logic, because you know the witch wouldn't be able to survive this.
This isn't over!
Look, it's raining her body parts.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom, Jerry!
I hoped I would never see you again.
I'm hoping the wizard will give me some brains.
I want a heart.
And I need some courage.
And all Toto and I want is to get back home to Kansas.
We're cliff noting what was already a heavily cliff noted story.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 16 books based on Wizard of Oz. I thought it was just one.
Then I'm sure to get a brain.
A heart.
Some height.
Oh, I guess my noive doesn't mean dick anymore. Eat shit and die, you gray tone Feifel knockoff. Anyway, if they want to be more honest, the lyrics should be this.
If I only had a script.
My balls!
Merch rights!
They make their way to the Emerald City. Look, there's the penis from the Little Mermaid poster. And like the original.
It was just, when it said the voice, it was just Tom's face, like. Oh, let's give it a right shuckle.
Original, they come across a horse-drawn carriage.
Will you take us to see the wizard?
The wizard? I can't. Well, yes.
One emotionally scatterbrained driver.
Do you trim your beard?
Trim my beard? I'm gonna cut your head off and bury you. But yes.
I've never seen a horse like that before.
No, and never will again, I fancy.
I'm gonna kill it. It shines purple when it's depressed, so I'm just gonna drop it off at the Swamp of Sadness.
That's how we laugh at.
The people in the city look one
Yeah, they look like fucking mannequins.
step away from drinking the green Kool-Aid.
We'll see the wizard too, once we give him our souls.
Could you put a little more hay in the crotch area for me? It gets a little cold in Oz, if you know what I'm saying. So, is one of the chicks from the farm having this dream too? How does any of this work? As before, the witch appears to threaten him, only this time she holds the broom in a very, clips for sale manner.
Surrender Dorothy. At least she's forgotten about you two. Oops. Mistake.
Okay, that's just funny.
Yeah.
As before, they visit the wizard, and I was gonna make a Skeletor melting into a Mars Attacks Martian joke, but the more I look at the top of that head, it's looking a little...
Ass crack or cleavage?
A tiny, oh, how does one say?
How shall one say, Director?
Too clitorish, your majesty?
Exactly. Very well put.
As in the original, they have to get the witch's broom before the wizard will grant any of their wishes. And as before, the scarecrow is still packing heat!
Witch's Castle. One.
I like the film. In a kid's this is a film. 4 kids. He's got a bloody pistol. Oh, what the hell?
I love of all the things they kept out of this version, they chose that to leave in. Don't worry, I'll shoot him. I'll fill him with more holes than a shovel on script.
What's happened to you? They took my legs off and then threw them over there. Then they took my chest out and threw it over there.
Then they took my penis and said they were saving it for a lonely night. Tom and Jerry break loose and run into an Ozagator. Or is it an Ozadial? I have to look at the nose. And they run into a wall. Should I roll the credits? Welcome back. The witch tries to get Dorothy's slippers like in the original, but they up the zapping powers of her slippers just a tiny bit.
Oh, God!
You know, for as pointless as this all is, I will give credit. It feels less like a Tom and Jerry cartoon stuck in The Wizard of Oz, and more like The Wizard of Oz stuck in a Tom and Jerry cartoon. The comedic slapstick still gets a good chuckle every now and then.
Do you see that? It's how long you've got to live. I'll come back for you just as soon as those sands run out.
We'll still keep it vague how that's going to kill you, but seeing how it's Tom and Jerry, I guess we'll just say death by bowling ball. I don't know. We get a pretty funny cameo from Butch and Droopy as the guards. He still should have been Toto. You could have called him Droop Droop. That's Tom and Jerry over here that water can kill the witch, so they go to an unguarded, unlocked well on her property. That's all levels of odd.
Yeah.
Isn't that the equivalent of like popsicles being the only thing that can kill you and the only security you have is a sticker on your freezer that says, "Now eating"?
Oh! Tom's back then when he went into that railing. Oh! My back just twinged when I saw that. Oh, honestly, I think Critic's kind of right here. The slapstick is on point. The slapstick really is on point on this. It's been really good so far.
Popsicles, it could kill me, so keep them out of sight. I mean, you know, I know they're here, that's weird, but come on. Don't be a dick. Come on. They break in and stop the hourglass. I think it just kind of cuts away from it. If she suddenly dies in a few moments, we'll know why. But they come across the guards.
Who dares disturb my cookie time?
Don't make me do my Willy Wonka tunnel monologue.
Oh yeah, there's no earthly way of knowing. There's no earthly way we're going. Honestly, Gene Wilder in that is absolutely terrifying, and he's still the greatest Willy Wonka of all time. I do like Johnny Depp, though. I thought Johnny Depp played it a bit more differently. He was a bit more of a recluse, which I do respect. It was a different take on the character. I did kind of enjoy Wonka. That one. The Timothy Chalamet, is it Timothy Chalamet? The one who played the new one? I haven't seen the new one yet.
It works for a bit, but the witch catches up with them as Tom and Jerry try to get water.
What?
Tuffy's got some rage issues. He's one angry bastard.
Here he is.
That's right. A munchkin invented Scotch tape in this reality. Somehow it still makes more sense than that Franco movie.
Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of spears. Thought you were pretty foxy, didn't you?
Oh, I thought she was going to say foxy.
Can I really make fun of a word for almost sounding like another word?
The last to go will see the first four.
That was like 5 different Tim Curry masks from the movie Legend. And somehow Tim Curry was still more feminine.
How about a little fire, Scarecrow?
You know, I never got that part. Isn't that kind of like setting your car on fire? Tom and Jerry splash the water on the witch, though, and even though it's animated, it's still shot from a distance, so you can't make out the effects that aren't there. Confusing. You know the rest. They get the broom, return to the wizard, and remember that suggestive door from the G.I. Joe movie? It's along the same, yeah. And they find out he was a phony the whole time. But he finds a way of giving them the gifts they were looking for, making them realize they had them all along.
Sum of the square roots of any two sides of an isosceles triangle is equal to the square root of the remaining side.
That's a right angle, you idiot.
Still a right triangle. If you're gonna be dumb, you might as well be smart. Look, he even gave Tuffy some...
But I remember what I remember is the episode of Simpsons when Homer's got the glasses and he says that and he goes, "It's a right triangle, you idiot! No!"
Dilts.
I'm huge.
Do I even need to say anything? The balloon takes off without Dorothy, but he says he can't bring it back because he doesn't know how it works. Well, how the hell is he gonna get her home then? Questions. But Glenda appears via
Fucking bubbles!
Fucking bubbles!
You don't need to be helped any longer. You've always had the power to go back to Kansas.
Am I the only one that thinks they look like Peter Lorre caricatures in drag?
Can you send me home? Silly fool, you always had the power to go back to Kansas.
She taps her heels 3 times, ends up back home, and it was all a bad dreams. Yeah, plural. Plural bad dreams.
You just had a bad dream.
And you couldn't forget your old pal Tuppy, could ya?
Or me, the local haberdasher.
If it was a dream, how are a mouse and dog still talking? And why is that horse looking at me?
Can wish upon my star.
Oh, fucking horse.
Tom and Jerry believe Dorothy's story, though, and try to act out that they went through it too. And if you didn't know the story they were acting out, you look at them like someone lobotomized your best friend too. Tom and Jerry meet awkward silence.
Yeah. Hey, that's up for an Oscar next year.
Something happened! They fight some more, the end credits roll, and everybody who never heard of The Wizard of Oz thinks they're stoned out of their minds. So there it is, Tom and Jerry and The Wizard of Oz. An awful Wizard of Oz adaptation, but kind of a funny Tom and Jerry cartoon. The special is forgivingly short, clocking in at under an hour. It focuses more on trying to tell a
Well, it's not a movie then, is it? It's more like an hour-long special, basically.
funny Tom and Jerry adventure rather than a faithful Wizard of Oz adventure. And when it does that, it's surprisingly alright.
Oh! Tom's face in the wheel. Some of the slapstick, it just makes you cringe. It's like, oh, that's so... But it's funny at the same time, and it's comedic gold.
Slapstick has an understanding of making them feel solid, so the pain seems harsher and funnier.
Yeah.
Tom's screams sound eerily close to his original screams. And the timing, for the most part, is pretty damn good. Where it fails, not surprisingly, is the Wizard of Oz stuff.
Yeah.
It's just not a good adaptation because most of what made the story so special is kept in the background. But that's kind of what makes it an amusing Tom and Jerry special. There's not much focus on the Wizard of Oz, especially when compared to something like the Willy Wonka crossover. So yeah, I guess it's not good as it is pointless and the Oz stuff falls flat, but it still got a few laughs out of it.
Yeah.
Which after this is a ton more than what I was expecting.
Oh.
So it's not technically good, but it's not nearly as bad as you would think. Take it for what it's worth and find out if this acid trip over the rainbow is for you. And we can hope there won't be any more random crossovers from What the Hell Are You Doing, Hanna-Barbera?
Yeah. Yeah. You guys can see that. Scooby-Doo and Batman. There's 2 Scooby-Doo wrestling specials. There's 1 Jetsons WWE special and 1 Flintstones. Yep, that's all true.
I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember how many wrestling ones are there?
Yeah.
I'm huge.
I'm guessing that's a charity shout out. HKI. I don't know what charity they do, but they seem
Asana helps your team manage any
All I
kind
get-
of work.
all I get all the
Try
time.
for free.
All I get is adverts.
Learn Spanish with Real Spanish TV.
Look how dodgy my adverts are.
Para todos los que sentí.
Yeah, the adverts I've been getting are so dodgy. I get so many dodgy adverts. So yeah, like the slapstick on that film looks absolutely solid. Like the Tom and Jerry essence of it, they basically just talk, right, let's put a load of Tom and Jerry stuff in, and then just have the Wizard of Oz storyline just around it, like they did with the Willy Wonka one. I have seen the Willy Wonka review already. I watched it years ago. Let me know in the comments below, guys, what is your favourite Tom and Jerry episode, or what's your favourite Tom and Jerry in general? Like I said at the start of the video, If you want me to do any Nostalgia Critics, let me know which ones you want me to do. I do believe I've got Patch Adams to do. Alright? Make sure it's... More than likely, if it's done in the last 5 years, I might not have seen it. If it's an older one, more than likely I've seen it, but I've not watched it in like over 10 years. So, let me know in the comments below as well. What is your favourite Hanna-Barbera cartoon? Let me know on that as well. And that's it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, enjoyed my reaction to this, hit that like button please, guys. Do check out my Twitch and Kick. I'll put them in the description as well. Please do check out my live streams, guys. It is very difficult to grow at the moment because of when I stream. I can only stream, I think it's about 3 PM United Kingdom time, which I think for you guys in America, it's 10 AM in the morning if you live in the East Coast, and 7 in the morning if you live in the West Coast. So for you guys in America, it's quite awkward for some of you guys to watch my streams. But whenever you're available, just come in and say hi. It'd be nice. Anyway, that'd be it for this video. Have a good one. Look after yourself. I will try and get another video recorded for you for tomorrow, but it might not be till the next day. Alright, I'll try and get another reaction video done for tomorrow, because I want to try and get a couple more Nostalgia Critics done. Also, if you guys are wondering, my next live stream, that is a reaction stream. I'm going to finish off the 3 Scooby-Doo ones. I think there's 3 Scooby-Doo films left. I'm going to finish them off. And then I'm actually going to watch a Scott Lawal's video I've not seen yet. And it's that one he did on Lego games, what he posted about 3 weeks ago. I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to do that as a stream because it's like 1 hour and 40 minutes. So I'm probably have to stream that one because it's a longer video. So that'll be it for this video, guys. Have a good one. See you in a bit. Peace. Love you all. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.